Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Doug Womack and I'm a recovery therapist specializing in narcissistic trauma and complex PTSD. Now, the aim of this channel is to help you to not only get over narcissistic abuse and get through it, but then to get to the other side, deal with everything that's kind of been left and hanging around so that you can start to live the life that you truly deserve. Now, today's topic is reactive abuse. Now, what is reactive abuse? Now, reactive abuse is when you get wound up so much that you end up being the one who lashes out, the one who gets angry, the one who explodes, the one who gets mad. And yet the narcissist will turn around and say, well, there you go. You're the one exploding. You're the one getting angry. I'm just real calm. Now, for the narcissist, this is perfect. The narcissist loves this because they've got what they wanted. They've taken back power. It's their game. They love to play that game where they can find a way to wind you up. Now, one of the best advices that we give out to clients is, just ignore them. Treat them like a toddler. Don't give them too much. Give them the gray rock method, or if you're living with them and you have to spend time with them, give them the the yellow rock method, where you're just giving them enough. You're just keeping calm. You're detached, and when they come around and they're playing these games, just see them as a toddler. See it as your job, just to be like, okay, there you go. That's really interesting. Thank you. Move on. Not getting wound up, not getting engaged or sucked into their games. Now, the thing is, the narcissists, they're not going to like this, of course. When you don't get engaged, when you don't get sucked into their games, what's going to happen? The narcissist is going to think, well, I need to change my strategy. I need to do something else because it's not actually working this because they're just ignoring me. They're just doing their thing and I'm not getting the supply that I need as a narcissist. So what happens when you're calm and you're collected and you're just going about your day, they'll be like, right, I need to wind this person up. So they'll start winding you up. They'll start pushing your buttons. They'll start finding those little areas where they can kind of tweak little things they can just say, and just know that if they say that, that's going to push you into one way and asking you certain questions, doing things that, or not doing things that they were meant to do. And then all of this is going to start winding you up. And once they found that they wounding you up, they get happy. They start to think, okay, cool. This makes them smile. This makes them feel good about themselves. They're now getting their supply because they know now they're in charge of the game, right? You are now their puppet on the string because they're pulling those strings, winding you up, right? And then you react and you go, you know what? I've had enough. Shut up. Get away from me. Piss off. All this stuff. And they just look, they're smiling at you, or they film you, or they go, look, see, I told you you're the one. You're the narcissist. You're the one who's, I'm calm, I'm collected. But you're not. Look at you. Look at the way you've reacted. Now, what narcissists have used here is they've used classical conditioning. Now, this is basically where they reward you or they punish you. So they reward you for acting the way they want you to act. So they want you to get angry and blow up and go stupid and go crazy. So the reward they give you is they act calm. And that's kind of what you want. You probably want this narcissist to kind of calm down, or you're trying to get a narcissist to listen to you. So they're going, oh yeah, I'm listening to you. I'm not doing anything right. So you're kind of getting your reward. And at the same time, they're punishing you when you're not reacting. So when you're not reacting, they're going, oh, go on, give us a reaction, give us a reaction, go on, go on. They're kind of winding you up. They're acting like this toddler. They're increasing their narcissistic tendencies to, piss you off basically by tenfold. They're just doing all these things, which is they're giving you this negative feedback, this punishment. So you don't want the punishment. So you find that, you start to learn that the best way to handle the situation is being angry, is being aggressive. So you start to blow up, getting aggressive, because that's what shuts them up. That's what calms them down. That's what makes you feel good as well. Because there's a part of you that's like, I just wanted to take back control. Right, now I've got it. Now I've got back that control that I wanted. I feel empowered. Now, the problem with this is it's just going straight into the narcissist's hands. This is what they want. The narcissist wants you to explode so they can look back and blame you. Now, this is going to make you feel confused. This is going to make you feel like, well, this is unusual for me. This isn't the sort of person I am. This is probably going to make you more likely to then get out of the relationship, or in other relationships that you're in your life, start to now act more aggressive in life. Now, and if this is out of your nature, this is going to feel uncomfortable. This is going to feel weird. This is not going to feel right to you. So you're going to start to feel guilty. You're going to start to blame yourself. You're going to start to think, well, maybe it is my fault. Maybe, I can't, it takes two to tango and all this stuff. You're going to say, well, maybe I'm part of the problem. Maybe it's my fault. But the truth is, it's not your fault. They've literally switched up the game and gone from them being like the aggressive one who always wanted to be looking powerful, to then now going, you know what, my game is I'm going to make you react. So they're still winning, but it's going to make them look like the victim. So they're going to switch it from like, you're not the victim to now, I am the victim, and mess with this whole game, confusing you, making you blame yourself, going, how the hell did we get into this situation? Now, what can you do? If you find yourself in a situation where you're reacting all the time, there's a few things you can do. So the first thing is to start to think about ways you can coping strategies. So coping strategies could be, obviously you've got to notice it first. Once you've noticed it, brilliant. So learn about it, learn the patterns. Okay, it happened then. These are the times it happens. It's normally because they've done something, but then these are the reactions, these are my triggers. And then start to bring in these coping strategies. So these could be anything from like self-care. Like self-care is quite a hard one. Just learning to breathe, just learning to walk away, just learning to have these boundaries and start to realize that, hey, when you start to do those little things because you know your triggers, I'm not going to talk to that person anymore. I'm not going to talk to you anymore because I know we're now not going down a good route. I know how this ends up because history has a way of repeating itself. I've seen what happens, so I'm going to do it in a different way. I'm not going to allow you to gaslight me. I'm not going to allow you to minimize me, or whatever it is that they start to do that winds you up, that makes you react. Now, the other important thing to do is talk to someone. Now, this needs to be someone who's not going to judge you, not going to get involved, who's just open and good at listening. So if you don't have a friend like this, then look for a therapist, someone like myself. Feel free to jump on in the bio and contact me. But you need to speak to someone who actually has your interests at heart, who isn't going to be like sticking up for the other person, who's going to look at it from a third person's point of view. Now, community, again, is important. We have a community that you can join where we're going to learn, and each week going to go through different elements of bringing ourselves back to becoming the architect of our life, if you were, becoming the architect of the future. Because moving away from narcissistic abuse and complex trauma is definitely not the most easiest thing to do in the world, especially when you're with a narcissist. So the first step is really to move away. If you can find a way to start planning at least to get out of that relationship, making those plans to, you know what, I deserve better than this. I deserve more than to be stuck in a relationship with someone who treats me this way, especially if you think you're going crazy.